Hello, hello. How's everybody doing?
It's
Doing
a day.
pretty good.
Hanging in there.
It is in fact a day, one that ends in Y, oddly enough.
Is John Moxley bleeding? Sorry, that's a deep cut. That's a deep cut.
That's so deep, I don't think even I know it. I'm pretty good.
Oh no, what's this reference?
I don't know.
It's
Look it
so
up
deep.
later. Look it up later.
It's so deep that I am the only one that got that.
Oh no.
Well, with that said, through the deepest of cuts, we are here on another Monday evening with our game, our lovely D&D game, our fun and hopefully somewhat remove yourself from sense of reality for an hour or two each week D&D game. So, without wasting too much time, why don't we dive into a little bit of a recap and then jump into tonight's session. So, Floss, how's it going? Thank you so much for being here. So last session, you guys were still on your way to Allfield, having woke up in Alara's tiny hut, and having spent the rest of the day on the road with I definitely almost just said Sindri, with Squally, and her newfound sense of strength.
I mean, if you want me to play Sindri, it's fine.
I know you would love to play Sindri at times.
Mm.
Pulling the cart, and as you got closer and closer to Allfield, it wasn't a journey without some complication, as you encountered another small group of quicklings and some iron-booted shin kickers.
Those things are everywhere.
And it hurts.
Yeah,
That's not a joke.
It is not a joke.
The
joke.
iron-booted shin kickers are real, damn it.
I got incapacitated by them.
They do a lot of damage.
It hurts.
It does.
Thank you for creating those.
Soft spot of your shin.
So after a bit of combat, but through the clever casting of a couple of very strong spells, and teamwork, and just some great sneak attack moments, it was a great battle. Squally did go down, but was able to be revived, and Alara did her part. And when we last left off, you were literally just on the outskirts of Allfield. Now, before we jump into tonight's game, just one sort of tech note. Matt and I had discussed this earlier, but just to fill in the rest of you guys, and for those of you who are watching on the stream, that, occasionally these rules questions come up, and sometimes in the moment we have to make judgment calls. That's what I do sometimes. And I think when I try to do it in a way that I don't think really breaks the game or breaks the session. But in regards to Syl's channel divinity and his was it
Twilight Sanctuary.
The temporary hit points that you receive from Twilight Sanctuary do not stack. So the way it works is each turn that you are in the area of effect for the Twilight Sanctuary, you get temporary hit points. So if you get 7 hit points this round, and you go down to 3, let's say, you lose 4 points in damage, and next round you get a new set of temporary hit points. The new set of temporary hit points erases the old set.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a new set on top of whatever hit point stat you're at that moment, right? So if you're down 5 hit points and gain 10 temporary hit points, you're 5 over base, right? Does that make sense?
Well, and it's
so
important.
it does not stack.
It does not stack, and it's important that it's not a gain life effect. So if you are down in hit points, it doesn't refill your hit points. It just adds on top until they go away.
And it didn't. Yeah, it didn't revive me. So
that we knew. That we did know. And the other thing, just to point out, and this I think is actually a kind of a nice feature of temporary hit points in an ability like this. If you have 5 temporary hit points from the effect this round, and you don't lose any of those temporary hit points, at the next round, you gain a new set of temporary hit points. If the new set of temporary hit points, let's say, is 10, you get to take the 10.
Oh, okay.
So the 5 go away, and you pick up the 10, right? If on the next round, you are left with 10, and the effect gives you only 5, you get to pick between the two. So you can maintain the 10 and not use the 5. Does that make sense?
You can choose not to take the effect.
You could choose not to take the effect to your benefit.
Okay. So if we roll like the max roll on round 1 until we take damage, we don't really have to roll, because why would we ever choose like 2 over 8 or whatever?
Well,
technically speaking, the trigger fires each end of turn.
Round.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just the trigger. You can choose to not do it, I guess. Matt, that's your call. Like if you just don't want to do it, you don't have to, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess if you don't want to, if you happen to get the max roll. But I would think the problem is that some people might lose hit points and some people might not. Not everybody in the party is going to lose at the same pace. So it's to the benefit
it always makes sense to try and go for it, I think.
Especially, look, if nobody loses any hit points, then maybe you don't have to roll it. But if even one party member loses something, it's the benefit to roll. Right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Stroked Oak. No, actually, no one was supposed to die. It didn't really affect last week's session.
No, I died.
Yeah, but you weren't supposed to die.
Well, you went out, but you got brought back.
No, I know.
You weren't supposed to die because of the ruling on this effect. This is more of a housekeeping going forward. Because it was a rule that we had called into question. So for you guys and for everybody watching, that's the clarification on temporary hit points in general. And in specific to Sills.
I think though that we were really pretty clean. Like, it didn't swing it because suddenly temporary hit points or anything like that. I think we did okay.
Right. Yeah. Right. And look,
but good to know.
I think I would have been knocked out.
Good to know the good rules.
And the truth of the matter is, even if it did somehow swing the combat last session, it's still no harm, no foul. Everybody had fun. Yeah. It was still a good session.
I like it.
It's just that we know it going forward. That's all.
Yeah. And it makes sense, to be quite honest, because I'm still learning this cleric, and this is now the second major thing that seemed incredibly busted that now makes more sense.
And I've dealt with temporary hit points before, but I don't think I've ever dealt with temporary hit points with an ability that can do it
keeps
turn
happening,
over turn.
Right?
So it was my first time having to think about stacked temp hit points, and so it threw me for a loop too in the moment.
I definitely got it wrong.
But that's okay. Now we know going forward. So,
how long do they last? How long does it last again?
They do
last.
End
the effect.
They do last until the effect ends. So if you end a combat with temporary hit points, they'll last until you fall asleep.
Okay, so it's until long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
And So
technically speaking, these hit points happen when I fall asleep. But
anyway, so. You guys are very, very close to Allfield. You are the last handful of steps on your way to Allfield at this point.
Guys, I forgot something back in Trostwell.
You gotta go back.
Oh, crap, I left the stove on.
I'm sorry. I forgot to lock the door, I think. But the back door. Back door.
No, I'm a fucking
The
squirrel.
lights are still on, I think.
Yeah, so... All right.
Dear fucking God.
Session 10. Let's go back.
I live here now. I just live in Trostwell.
Yeah.
So, unless there is something that you need to do specific, we will kind of just say that for the sake of the next few moments, you finish that journey on your way to Trostwald. Alara is with you. She is coming with you. She agrees to come with you. Back to Trostwell to kind of figure out Trostwell to Allfield to figure out what she has going on. Oh my God! No.
Wait, I figured out the campaign. I figured out the campaign, guys.
You just live in Trostwell now.
It's a Black
You know
Mirror
what?
episode.
I've decided this adventuring thing isn't for me. I think
I would like to really get into this role playing thing.
It's whenever
campaign.
It's whenever you get to a certain point, it just teleports you back to the center of Drostenwald.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
gonna
bug.
okay.
It's not
These
a bug, it's a
goddamn
feature.
mushrooms won't let us leave the town.
Yeah.
Devs need to fix this.
Fucking Trostenwald is our Groundhog Day.
That's
If
it.
we all go back, we complete the campaign and we can all be excited.
We can go back at the end.
The real journey was
Okay.
the friends we made along the way.
Whole bunch.
But we didn't make any friends.
We
We
made
stayed in
one.
Trostenwald.
No, we met each
Alara.
other, and those are the friends we made.
You know what? I think we made friends with the guy that lost his arm too. I'm not gonna lie.
Also,
made
that
He's
guy.
in
Well,
Drostenwald.
Yeah,
We
we're
made friends
done
with a
here.
potion dealer that had artificially induced Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
There you
a tiefling
Yeah,
That's
Neva.
right, Neva.
with hot horns.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty.
With great looking
Ollie
horns.
potentially banged a bartender.
And the postmaster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Postmaster?
Yeah, the
We made
postmaster is our
friends.
best friend now.
That's the
love that.
most important friendship in this entire thing,
A
guys.
couple of horrified children. I mean,
I
really,
have a
it's
mortal-
been
Those
productive.
kids.
I have a mortal elfin enemy now.
All right.
So do I think.
All right. So,
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching the stream. We appreciate you. Good night.
We have completed Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you.
campaign 4 next week. All right. So, all right. So,
Next week, brand new campaign.
Starting in Allfield.
Read all characters.
As you walk out of Allfield, you pass an interesting looking group of adventurers on a cart.
you know, we all joke, we all laugh, but literally the last campaign was just you guys figuring out how to get out of the Shady Dragon Inn. So,
It was like the first version.
I mean, all jokes aside, it's been 24 minutes and we're still having this conversation.
yes, we are.
I
All right.
know.
So,
How
sorry.
many adventurers does it take to open a door?
All right, many. All right, so you are
Just the door.
you are right on the outskirts of Allfield. Alara is with you. I said Allfield. I didn't say Trostenwald.
Yeah, you did.
Did I say Trostenwald?
No,
You
you
said
said
No,
Allfield.
I'm laughing at Matthew.
All right.
We arrived to the
I'm
town
out.
and it's
I'm
Trostenwald.
out. I'm done.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You are right. You guys are right on the border of Allfield. You can see from the Amber Road.
Forever stuck.
You can see from the Amber Road, the not large size and scale of Allfield is actually smaller than Trostenwald, which is already kind of small to begin with. The buildings that you can see look like they're constructed from timber and stone. It's actually very similar to the build that you saw in Trostenwald. You can see a bunch of cobblestone streets, and there are some, there are some farm areas on the direct outskirts of the town. You could see one large building directly in the center of the town because it's a tower that reaches above the roofs of the rest of the buildings. As you make your way those last few steps off of the Amber Road into the town proper, there are no guards here letting you in. It is just an open city, or town, village, I guess, depending on how you want to classify it. Alara looks at you as you come into town, and thank you for helping me get back here. I think I have a little bit of figuring out to do.
Oh, no, we're definitely following you to where you're needing to go.
I'm not entirely sure where I need to go, but I think I'm gonna go to. I think I'm gonna try to go and get some food first, maybe.
That
to head
is a
over
great
to the
idea.
Candle Glow, and
candle glow. I'll look at my party. I'm like, candle glow, candle glow, candle glow.
I don't know what that is. but
Post office.
I don't know what it is either, but
Is it the post
Angelo.
office?
probably not.
so
Go
I
to the
heard there was-
pestilent tent.
right. So just as a
Might
quick
be.
reminder,
Post
she
office.
told you about the
Might
pestilent
be.
tent last time in terms of someplace to go and look at potions and that sort of thing.
Pestilent tent.
Yeah. But she
Gotta go
indicates
there.
that she's going to go to the Candle Glow, try to get a room, try to get some food. And if you want to follow her, that's certainly up to you.
All that sounds like things we need to do.
Okay.
I guess we should get a room first.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
two.
then go wild. Then go wild, you know? Like, let's go get a room and then
Go see the postmaster.
Do you think we can
place.
bill
I've
it?
never been here before.
Do you
New
think we
place,
can
new
bill it to
postmaster.
Trustingwold?
Ooh, we can try.
We
I
better
think we
save
should
up the
try.
gold though, just in case.
Or we might be able to even bill it to the Solstice Academy. That'd be a spicy one.
Ooh. We should try.
Yeah.
We should try that one since it's closer. And if we find out we can't, then we'll know sooner so that we know what we have to pay.
I
I'm
mean, technically we're working for him, so that should be an argument.
I like the way you think.
I'm all for trying that out.
It's gotten me a long ways, so.
And then if we don't, we pay for it. No harm,
So
no
does that
foul.
mean we should go to the Solstice Academy first? Go find Neva? Is that where Neva
No.
went? Where is Neva?
No.
Neva actually was
Yes.
heading to Allfield.
Yeah.
They went ahead of
But he-
you to Allfield.
So wait, where is the Solstice Academy?
That's in Zadash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, not in
Oh.
Zadash. In Rexingtrum. That's in
Still
Rexingtrum.
not Allfield.
Yeah, but not Allfield. No.
All right. Well, we're gonna be here for at least another 10 sessions. So
You got time to
So-
figure that out.
Oh my god.
All game.
as
get out. hang up.
you
Sorry, that was a cheap one. That was cheap.
as
Okay.
you begin
It was good.
to head into the town proper, you can hear people in the town just starting to sort of come out onto the streets and fill the streets, go about their daily business. You can hear you hear some people talking. You can hear the sounds of hammer and anvil in a nearby forge. You can smell all sorts of scents. You can smell, what smells like incense and candles that are burning. You can smell the natural oils that are being used to tan leather and hides and treat it for use. You can smell baked goods with that sweet sort of smell of fresh baked bread and pastries comes across your nose at one point. You can tell that the streets are pretty well trodden. They are cobblestone, but you can tell that they are rounded and worn down, both by foot traffic and horse-drawn traffic, as this is kind of a pass-through town. You see a small group of children playing in the streets, running around, tossing a ball back and forth to each other. Eventually you make your way to the street that runs directly through the center. So as you kind of approach down the road that you're walking, which is really just an extension of the Amber Road, it kind of splits off, and you can see that this is a road that heads directly towards the center of town where the watchtower is. Sign on the edge there says Brewer's Lane. And you can see that this looks like it is the main sort of commercial area of the town. You can see that this is where shops are starting to appear, right? You're kind of out of a residential zone, you're out of the open area, and this is where your main sort of residential area. As you head down Brewer's Lane, with Alara kind of a couple footsteps ahead of you, she looks back at you. She's like, "Candleglow is just ahead. It's not far off."
Take a step.
Can I ask, while we were traveling there, one, I would like to try to make a general observation, but two,
Sure.
also maybe do a perception check for one thing. So general observation is the housing, is it very similar to Trostenwald in terms of like what they're made out of? Because it's, not that much different.
It is. It's very basic architecture. You do notice that there are more fully wooden structures here than stone structures. And even the buildings that are sort of split between the two seem to lean a lot more heavily on the sort of timber as opposed to stone.
Okay.
Iju, you having traveled around quite a bit, and any of you who have a little bit of experience on the road, this kind of you could probably infer that this is partially because it's not directly on any sort of water, and so the wood and the timber would be much less subject to any kind of rot or deterioration from its proximity to water, right?
Okay, perfect. And then my perception check would be, since we just had the encounter with the, well, hopefully perception check, but with the things, the sprites that are zipping back and forth and things like that, as we're going into town, I would definitely be keeping an eye out for them while kind of looking between the buildings to see what they're made out of and that kind of stuff. And or any mushrooms. Like, do we see any mushrooms? Are they dry?
Okay. Give me
Like
what's your perception roll?
5.
5. Okay. So what I will say with that roll is you don't see or get any sense of any quicklings or, steel-toed shin kickers. But
Iron boots of death.
but you do see areas where there are wilted and withered mushrooms. You actually see a few what looks like freshly grown caps as well, starting to appear in small cracks in the walkway, on the sides of buildings. Clearly the effect of the mushrooms is already here and has been probably for some time.
All right, that's it. Burn the whole town down. Let's go.
Is anybody like looking at us oddly because we're just kind of this random group of people just appearing in their thing? I know we're not really in the commercial district.
No, not really. And the general sense that the sense that you get here is though the makeup is primarily human makeup, but this is kind of a pass through. Like it's a small town, but it is a town along a fairly major road that leads to other important areas of the Dundalian Empire. So seeing random groups of people or people who might not fit the traditional sort of makeup of the town itself is not entirely odd or out of place. I mean, everybody sort of gives you a side eye, Iju, but no more than usual.
Right. Okay.
Sil?
In the same way that Iju would have kept an eye out as we were coming into town and as we were walking through the areas, Sil would definitely be on the lookout for homeless people.
Okay.
People who are begging on the street, people who are destitute.
So what I will say, Sil, is that you don't necessarily see anybody homeless, right? But it seems like everybody here is sort of like middle to lower middle class. So homelessness is not like a pervasive issue, but no one is really living high on the hog either.
Fair enough. I'm specifically looking for the guy begging for change in his cup. And I'm going to keep an eye out for that until I find him in town, because I know he's around. There has to be one.
Okay. Make an investigation for me, since it's like a very focused sort of deep dive look about it.
Yeah, sure. That's not bad. That's an 18.
Okay. I will let you know if and when that pops up with your 18.
Perfect.
Okay. Horkin, what is your passive perception? Oh, she's still.
Yeah, I mean, we can look it up.
Yeah, sorry. My D&D Beyond just went down. Normally I have it up in front of me too. And it won't open on mobile for some reason, so that's fun and exciting.
Do you want me to try?
If you have it in front of you, if not, it just came back up, so I'm trying to just
Okay. Go for it then.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get back into the campaign now. Come on, where are you? There we go.
She back.
What'd I miss?
What's your
passive perception?
My passive perception, I think it's 14. It could be 15. Let's check that real quick. My passive perception, 14.
14. Okay. Okay, that's all I need to know.
You knowing your character and shit.
So as you continue,
It's so good though.
as you continue down, Brewer's Lane, again you see a cobbler, you see like sort of a tinkerer shop that is filled with, it looks like just random bric-a-brac. It's jewelry and gadgets and scraps and stuff like that. You could see a baker. That's clearly the the place where the sweet smells were coming from. You now can see the forge where the blacksmith is, and directly next to him is a leathersmith and a Fletcher. It's kind of all in one sort of shared stall. And it's not a very big stall. We're not talking about like some sort of grandiose mall, but it is all in one small area. And eventually you come up to the Candle Glow Inn. The outside of the Candle Glow Inn, it looks like any other inn that you've kind of come across. It, large windows out front, a wooden door, two torches on either side of the door that are not currently illuminated at this point during the day, obviously, because it is lit. But Alara makes her way inside.
I'm certainly following.
I go in too.
Okay.
Yep, walk in like we own the place.
Yep. Inside, it is a very, 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 very basic sort of setup. There are a handful of tables that are scattered throughout the room in no set pattern or way. There's a very small fireplace that you can see in the main room. There is a bar in the back that is really more, it's really more a desk that has a couple of bottles in a small corner, like nook behind it. And the immediate vibe you get is like, that's the everything bar, right? Like that's where you check in. That's where you get a drink. Like that's the spot for everything that goes on in this place. There is no visual sign of a kitchen, but you do smell some food that is being prepared. There is the very distinct scent, again, of some baked goods. You can smell coffee on the air, and it's got this very like fresh scent of coffee. Currently there's only like 2 or 3 people inside sitting at tables by themselves, seemingly not paying much attention to either of you. There is a small child sitting at one table by himself that looks like he's got a bunch of cards out in front of him and he's playing some sort of like solitaire type game. You could see another human who is wearing very kind of dusty, dirty clothes, a bit of dirt on his face, definitely has farmer vibes. And behind that main cabinet, you see a small, well, not small, but a smaller in stature dwarven male. He is not like your traditional stocky sort of, as wide as he is tall kind of dwarven build. He's actually very slender for a dwarf. And he's got a long braided beard that looks like it probably weighs more than him. And he is standing behind that main desk.
Yeah.
I'm going to head over to the bar and ask about any local news. We're from Trustenwald. We're just we just got here.
Yeah, that's all great and well, the answer to his question. But first, can I get something to drink?
So the dwarf kind of looks up from what he's doing and he's like, I mean, normally we get a little hello or a how you doing, but no, it's fine. Just demand drinks, ask for news, whatever you want. You're a paying customer, I guess, right?
Oh, well, hold on. I didn't demand anything. I thought I asked politely. And hello, if you'd like a hello. I'd happily give them out.
Well, hello to you too. Thaddeus, pleasure to meet you.
Still Everlight. Nice to meet you too.
Bradall.
Bradall, pleasure to meet you. Drink.
Hi.
Well,
I'm with
aren't you
them.
Lovely. Hello. Aren't
I'm
you
schooling.
adorable? He
You
looks out
bet
at
I am. My name's Horkrin.
Well, hello, Horkrin. You're traveling with this lot?
Yeah, for now.
You treating this young man well? Who looks over at the rest
Kind
of
of
you.
like my adopted son.
Kind of is kind of alarming, but I'm not here to
Kind
ask
of.
questions.
I
I'm
mean,
here
it's
to
just not official yet.
serve and oh, right, fine. And what about
I
Yeah.
grab Squally's hand. We're like family already.
Mhm.
Sil is bleeding in his mouth from biting his tongue.
I'm looking at this like I'm waiting for a live bomb to explode.
Everyone!
he looks over at you, he
No,
looks
don't
over at
tell
you.
them.
He looks over at you, Iju, and he's like, You're right there.
Hi. I'm just in the back.
Yeah,
kind of my thing.
he's good. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Looks wild, but it's just,
He's
the
our friend.
story's even wilder.
Listen.
You wouldn't believe it.
Listen, a
It's-
thing of many words. I can appreciate that. I'm not here to ask questions. I'm here to serve. So, a
Do you
drink.
get the mail here?
Lots
No,
of drinks.
mail does
Oh.
not come through here. For the mail, you've got to go over to the feed and mead.
Oh. Thank you.
Meat and meat. Hey, where's the pestilent tent?
Pestilent tent, about half a block behind me.
Okay, thank you.
And do you have any cupcakes?
We have the best cupcakes. We
Oh
don't
my
make
God.
them here, though. Mila makes
Where-
them right down the way, but she delivers them fresh every morning.
I am ready for some cupcakes.
Can make that
Like-
happen.
Please.
So we've got cupcakes, a postmaster. Can't help you with that. Pestilent tent, not too far behind us. Kroot's all right. He comes off a little brash, but he's decent. Town news, we'll get to you in a second. Something that puts hair on your chest or something that'll wake you up. Looks at you, sir.
Can you get both of
You
those
both?
together?
Yeah.
I can make that happen.
I'm
That's
very
so-
into that.
Can I have one?
Sure.
Okay,
And they're-
fine. Do you have orange juice?
He
I was
kinda
gonna
looks-
say.
he kind of looks
They're
around the room.
30.
He looks around
It's
the
okay.
room and he's like, I won't tell if you don't.
I won't tell a soul.
I mean, only could get in trouble with me, and I'm okay with it.
yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
I
Hold
just
on.
squeeze your hand and like wave it around a little.
He turns around and you can see he turns around and he grabs something from the top shelf of his little corner cabinet, and it is this clear glass bottle that is filled with some sort of like dark amber colored liquid. He puts it down on the counter, and then he reaches down below and he pulls up this small metal kettle, and you can see the steam rising off the top of the kettle. And he puts some glasses out for you. He pours. Everybody want the same thing?
Yes, please.
Yeah, why not?
He pours out
No.
with smell. No, Iju. Oh, you don't want anything, yeah?
No, thank
I mean, I'll drink it.
you.
It's worth a shot. Local best, right?
I'd offer
Make one for
nothing but-
him, and then split it and put it in me and Sil's glass.
Listen, I'm pouring 5 cups. How you guys choose to divvy it up, that's up to you.
I
We
like
can
you
work that out.
already.
We're grown adults. We can do math.
See, there you
Mhm.
go. Well, mostly. Anyway,
I can't do math very well. It's not my
Uh,
strong suit.
Don't worry,
I'll
honey.
rephrase
We're-
my sentence. Those of us that are grown adults can do math.
I was
Hey,
gonna
I
say,
was a grown adult once.
Well, sounds like a personal problem.
he
Couldn't
leans
do
in.
math then
He
either.
leans in with one arm on the counter. He's like, "I'm a grown adult and I can't do math. Don't feel bad about it."
yeah, we're gonna
Yes.
work on that. We're gonna work on that.
He goes.
Oh, is
We're
that
gonna
what you're
get
gonna do when you adopt me?
We're gonna get you learned up
For real?
for
You're
real.
gonna teach me math?
Look at this. You've been a parent for all of 45 seconds and you already got a rebellious kid on your hands.
That
Hey, that's-
drinks.
Soon enough, I'll be a teenager. What are you gonna do then?
I
Very
mean,
good question.
probably much of the same that I'm gonna do now. I'm
Not
feeling.
teach me math?
No, I'll teach you math.
This
I
poor
got it.
bartender.
Fancy, man.
This poor bartender.
I can teach you.
As
I
you
can
guys
teach
are
you
having this
languages.
conversation, he is pouring the coffee into each
Mhm.
of these 5 cups that he has now placed on the counter in front of you. And as he finishes that, he goes back and he pours a small shot of the amber liquor into each of the cups as well. And as he's about halfway through that part, he looks up and he's like, Alara, just give me one more moment. I'll be with you in a second. And he finishes.
Good, you know her.
I mean, she's a regular whenever she travels through.
Oh, that's great.
Thaddeus,
She's
good to see you.
oh wonderful. She's got a story to share. Best you believe it.
She's always got the best stories to share. She's very traveled.
She might not
Not
remember
lately.
it.
Let me finish this first. Finishes pouring all of your drinks. Syl, you shoot it right away.
No, I mean, it's a good drink. I'm
Yeah.
going to enjoy it. What are you talking about?
It's a very smooth sort of coffee flavor. It's not overly bitter. You could tell
Espresso
it's
vodka.
It's a little on the
It's,
lighter
I
side
was
of the
thinking
roast,
amaretto.
and it is an almond sort of flavor to it.
Yeah.
It was amaretto.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
I'm
sounds
pleased.
good.
I am deeply pleased by
Coffee
this
amaretto.
imaginary
Let's
drink.
go.
And the amaretto has a very sort of it's got a bit of a refined flavor to it. Like, it doesn't taste like it's bathtub amaretto. It clearly is. It's got a little bit of something to it, which is a little bit shocking considering your surroundings. And where
I
you
am
find
going to
yourself.
need a kilo of this coffee and a bottle of this amaretto before I leave this wonderful, wonderful place that you have here.
We could definitely make that happen for the right price. Hold on.
Yeah, money. We'd talk about it later. The money.
And he goes, he turns around again, and you see him now walk kind of back to the side of the desk and through a small opening behind it. And when he comes out a few moments later, he's got a tray of 5 cupcakes on them.
Oh my!
Puts those.
They all the
down
same.
on the. They are all the same. They all look like they are chocolate cupcakes with like a pink and purple frosting on top that is in like a nice little kind of swirl. And it looks like the icing is sprinkled with like some sort of small candy confection.
And I'm sorry, you said who made these and delivered them?
Mila's right around the corner.
Mila's.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
She delivers some fresh every day. You're taking about half of my store, but hey, again, if you're paying customers, that's all right for me. Speaking of paying customers,
Yeah. Where we at?
we're looking at about 25 silver.
All right.
Easy peasy. 3 gold.
Yeah.
Bang.
I'm sorry, how much?
Oh,
3 gold. Bang bang. On the
why? For the other stuff too?
He's like, well, for that you get your amaretto, you get your coffee, and heck, I'll even sell you a couple more cupcakes if you want them.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
How much is a room?
Room, you're looking at about 15 silver a night for a single room. It's 2 beds, modest furniture. You'll be comfortable. 2 of you at a time, maybe 3.
I take a whole bed.
I believe
I don't
you.
need a bed.
I sleep anywhere.
You're more
Is
and
it-
more interesting.
Is there like a bigger room for all of us? Or
The big room's my room. So,
okay, all right, all right. I mean, I'll get my own room. That's fine. You know, just in case I meet someone.
Before you make that decision, Alara, you need a room? She's like, I'm probably gonna need a room tonight. So, well, then I got 5 other rooms that are available. So,
All right. I mean, who knows who I'll meet in this town? I should probably get my own room.
I can easily share a room. I don't need anything other than a warm, dry corner.
well, you're in luck. Every room has 4 corners.
I like this place already.
Are they all dry?
They are all surprisingly mostly dry.
Mostly
Mostly dry.
There's a huge difference between mostly dry and dry.
I
I
mean,
would like to point that
Does
out.
that mean most of the corners are dry, or all of the corners are just slightly damp?
most of the corners are dry. And
Okay.
honestly, it hasn't rained in a few days. The room should be pretty dry.
Okay. Well, I'll take a bed. Still can have a corner. Like he's in timeout or something.
How many rooms we talking?
Well, we need at least one. Hey, big guy, where are you sleeping?
Yeah, guess we got to figure that one out. I'd like a bed. I've spent enough time sleeping outdoors.
Are they single rooms? Or are they double rooms?
Double rooms.
Double rooms. Each room
Double
has
rooms,
2 beds.
Double rooms. Yeah, just put me in. I'll room with Iju. We can do that.
Yeah, and we just need closet basically.
You don't even sleep. Throttle, you can sleep in the same room with us. Iju
Yeah.
doesn't need
Yeah.
it.
I'm okay with that.
Not
Yeah,
in
we
the closet.
just
then.
share a room, the three of us.
All right, I'll share the room with my child, and if I need a room later tonight, I'll get one.
Aw, thanks, Mom.
So we're talking
I
about
love you
doing
so
it-
much. I love you
if
so
you're-
much.
If you're doing it right,
I
you
love
could
you
probably
too.
just go to their room. Just saying.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. You're probably right, and I can do it right.
So we're looking at 2
Uh,
rooms. 2 rooms is that how?
Yeah, I
I'm
think it's 2. I think
I'd
it's
like
2.
to ask if it's possible to subsidize or cover the cost with some playing. I am a musician from Trostenwald. If you'd like some ambiance in the inn,
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if the fact that you're from Trostenwald is a selling point or not. I mean, you know, I'm putting it out
Ooh.
there. I'm putting it out
oh,
there.
you're.
But
I see how it is.
but as you
I mean,
say that,
he's not from there. They brought
Yeah.
him there.
I have been spending my time in there recently. I'm not necessarily from there.
so you're
And
running from there.
Honestly,
yeah.
honestly, you should give them a shot. They've been getting much better.
I'm trying to get out of that town, so I know how you feel about Trostenwald.
They have a whole thing. The 3 of them get involved. She makes the lights go blinky.
Yeah,
This one sort of.
I'm just gonna throw some sparks.
yeah. It's like a group show.
All right. So
I have a flute.
You play tonight. Meals are on me.
What about room?
As you ask that, Alara chimes up from behind you, and she's like, "Thaddeus, I'll take care of the room for tonight." She looks over at you guys. She's like, "I mean, I do owe you, so."
Yeah. Thank
About
you.
that owing us part, I did
I don't-
still want to talk to you about maybe a barter or exchange for some of your standard materials.
Certainly a conversation we can have.
Let's do it tonight over drinks.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Thaddeus, if you don't mind, I'm kind of tired. Can I just get the key to my room for now? I think I want to just go upstairs and lay down for a bit. For you? Sure. Same one in the corner? She just nods, grabs a key, he hands it to her. She's like, I'll see you guys at dinner later, yeah?
You bet.
Okay.
And you see she grabs some of her stuff and she just kind of walks back towards the other corner of the bar through a set of doors that kind of just do one of those like slidey open saloon style doors, and presumably
Into it.
disappears up a set of stairs.
Now, Thaddeus, I'd like to ask about the mushrooms we saw walking in here. Are those recent?
If you have any of those, I'm taking your room. Sorry, it's like, if you have any of those, I'm taking your rooms back.
Nah, we're trying to get out of Trostenwald because they started taking over there, and we're following someone trying to study them. So
Listen,
we hate them just as much as you do.
listen.
Mhm.
Those things are the bane of my existence and everyone else around here. Get rid of them. I don't want
Absolutely awful things.
them. I
Do you know?
avoid them like the plague.
Do you know anyone who's studying them or know anything about them yourself?
A couple months back, there was some weird fellow with horns on his head came through here talking about him, but he didn't last very long. He left. So he was a little bit bumbling. Honestly, I wouldn't trust him with, well, anything, if I'm being truthful. But best I could tell. Maybe it was better that he didn't figure anything out.
I'm just nodding to myself with my drink.
He
So
definitely
these things have
figured
been
it
here
out.
for like months.
Oof, gosh, yeah. Towards the end of summer is when they first started popping up. You'll notice as you walk around town, most people know to avoid them now. Every now and again, you'll see a couple that are covered up, but people don't mess with them too much. You know,
I like a
figured out
populace
if you
that
wait-
understands things.
Well, we kind of figured out if you wait long enough, or you just avoid them. Eventually, they kind of just wither and die.
Okay.
Every now and
If you
again,
cover them up,
every
do
now and
they
again,
also-
a rat will run into one of them, and then it's like fighting a werewolf for about 10 minutes. But as long as you survive that part, easy peasy lemon squeezy, you move on.
We just got out of town and they were touching them left and right back in Frostenwald, and we're yelling at them to stop touching them, and they're just
What
like,
a
"Oh, I want to go
horrible way
touch
to
the
say
mushroom."
that.
What did I tell you about Trostenwald? See, can't trust those people. I think it's something in the water.
Are you saying you can't trust involved?
Ah, you need another one of these, I think.
Sure.
Portion of it.
Do you have someone by? Do we? Wait, where's Neva supposed to be at?
Neva
Were we
didn't
supposed to follow
actually
him here?
tell you where he was going to be. Just that he was going to be.
Do you
in
have
the
a
town.
person named Neva in
Oh.
town?
This tiefling that you talked about, the nerdy
Yeah,
one.
have you
that's
seen
gotta
him
be
recently?
them.
he's got really pretty horns.
Yeah, he's not
mean, how
allowed in
many-
here anymore.
Oh
Oh.
God.
Oh no.
What'd he do? I want to know what he did.
I mean, aside from accosting a couple of my guests, asking about these goddamn mushrooms.
What did he cost him?
He cost me an arm and a leg. No, he's not allowed in here. I've banned him from this place. You might find him over at the Feed and Mead, maybe. They'll take anybody in over there.
So we've heard. You tried to send our child there.
Oh no,
That's where I wanna go.
I just said that's where he would find the postmaster. Look, I'm not sending
Oh yeah, I
business
know
away
that was
from here.
Iju. That wasn't the kid. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to a tent.
I mean, he's almost like my other child, so
That's
He is
intense.
small.
Listen, I've made a habit of not asking too many questions. Let me get you your keys. He reaches
Keys.
underneath and he puts up 2 sets of keys for you, and he's like, "When you're ready, you head through. You go upstairs. You'll see your rooms. First 2 on the right. There's actually another. There's another small door up there. 3rd door on the right. It's a stairwell that'll lead you right out the back of the building. So at night, that's how you would come and go if I'm already asleep and the front is locked.
You got to
up.
take a pee. Okay.
Yeah.
What time is dinner?
Dinner time.
Nice.
Thank you. That's very specific.
Are there numbers on the keys?
Yeah, it's 1, 2.
I hand the number 1 to Squally. I'm like, I can't
Odd
say
numbers?
no. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know.
I knew it. Yeah, I got that. We're good.
Okay.
You're afraid of odd numbers?
No, I'm not.
He
I'm not
didn't say
afraid. I'm not afraid of them.
Afraid.
Just not
Well, what's wrong with them?
nothing. There's
What don't you like about them?
no, it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with what I like or don't like. Can we not talk about this?
Listen, while you're battling your
You're
odd
afraid
numbers,
of odd numbers.
I've got a couple of
okay.
other people in the
Yeah,
front
man.
that I've got
Go
to
do your
attend
thing.
to. So if you don't mind.
I
Sounds
don't mind.
good.
Don't mind. I don't
I'm
want to
gonna
talk about this
take
anyway.
take my coffee drink and my cupcake and wander over to a table and sit down.
Yeah, easy enough. Like I said, there's like at this point there's only 2 other people in here and still the one kid that's playing cards. That's all that's in here.
All right. I am going to take my cupcake, not eat it. I'm going to bring it over to this child and go sit down with him.
As Horkran starts to walk away, I reach out. I want to touch them on the shoulder, and I'm going to say, have fun with that and guidance.
Guidance. Wait, what does guidance give me again?
One plus 1d4 to a check.
Plus 1d4. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Throttle, you go to an empty table with your cupcake and your drink, right? To sit down, I assume?
Yep, I'm just gonna go chill, sit down in a corner, enjoy my drink and my cupcake, and watch what Horkrin does.
Okay. I put my cupcake on the table, and I want to walk just outside the door, and I want to sip my coffee, and I want to look.
Okay. So you make your way to the door. Throttle, you go to a table, keeping an eye on Horkrin. Squally, where do you go? Or what do you do?
I'm gonna sit with Eju,
Iju, where do you go?
and I'm gonna, yeah,
Yeah, I'm just going over to a table.
Okay. Are you
Yeah.
So
Near the
it's
child, but
3 of you together?
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So, Syl, you first. You get to the door. You walk directly outside. In the past, like 15 or 20 minutes that you've been in here having this interaction, the streets have started to fill up a little bit more as the day kind of gets underway. You can, you see more people kind of wandering the streets, going in and out of shops. You could see clearly there are some like, farmer type, walking to and fro. They mostly look like they are covered in dirt, already weary, probably having worked from the early morning hours to this point. And they're kind of passing by the front of Candle Glow.
Is there anyone loitering in the area?
There is nobody loitering except for you do catch a glimpse of a single beggar. And he's sitting there with a small tin cup that looks like it's been completely misshapen. Like it's been stepped on and like re-stretched out. It is no longer like a perfect cylinder. The handle on it is kind of crushed. He's sitting on a blanket, the cup in front of him, and it looks like he has just some like random junk laid out on the blanket. You could see like some small glass bottles that are empty, literally like a couple of scraps of leather, and like you see like a small little ball of like string that looks like it's just different pieces of string that have been kind of woven together in this small like maybe baseball size pool of string. You see like a fishing pole. I mean, it literally looks like just a bunch of junk that he has accumulated that he's trying to sell in order to make a couple of coins.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a good sip of my drink, and then I'm gonna just casually start walking in that direction. I would do one thing is like if these guys are crossing the workers and they're tired, I got a bunch of apples that I picked up along the road. So as people are crossing me perpendicular, I'll just be like, "Do you want an apple?" and hand them out as I walk toward the homeless guy.
A handful of individuals take them from you. A couple of them kind of give you a side eye, and like, no,
fair enough.
No, I'm not taking an apple from a stranger.
That's fine.
Yeah. But you do eventually make your way over to the gentleman that's sitting down on this small piece of fabric with his junk there.
Yeah, man. I have an apple for him too. Like, hey, man, how are you? Are you okay? You hungry?
Better now. I mean, I haven't eaten. Well, I think breakfast yesterday, and he snatches the apple from you.
Oh, well, take this.
And just starts
for sure.
chomping on it.
Yeah, I go into my pack. I have some fish.
It's like, what can I offer for you? You want fish? You need a rod? You have a fishing rod or?
No, I got a fishing rod. This is for you. You take this. You take these fish as well.
All right.
They've been slightly pre-prepared, but you need to eat them in the next couple days. I'm not gonna lie.
They probably won't last past lunch, if I'm being honest.
Well, pace yourself, What's the? So, who are you? What's your story, bro?
introduce myself. Drek. Name's Drek.
Track.
And just kind of wandering about
Yeah.
here and there.
What happened? What
I've been in
happened, man?
Allfield. Gosh, I think it's been about 3-4 months now.
Yeah.
But I've never been one for staying in one place for too long.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did something happen? Did you fight before, or
let's
more
just,
stuff, or what's up, man?
Let's just say that eventually someone might recognize me, and when the eyes start to turn my way, I find a new place to go.
You got some shit to run away from, huh?
Yeah, let's leave it at that for now.
Fair enough. Hey, here's some dried pork as well. Take some of this.
I please. I mean, you got.
Are you
something.
thirsty here? Here, man, you got to try this shit. A 50-50 chance you puke, but if you don't puke, you're gonna love it. And I'll pour him a wooden cup full of orc ale. And I'll be like, here, try that, man. Have fun.
Bro.
It gets you drunk. It does the job.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So,
Oh God, you're poisoning the pork.
You pour it and you hand it to him, and it gets within a few inches of his face, and he's like, "Orc ale."
Yeah, man.
Ah!
Get it. Get some.
Oh
And
no.
he just chugs it back, and he's like, "Oh, it hurts! It hurts!
Yeah,
It hurts!"
but it's a journey. You gotta.
You see him like clench. You see the beads of sweat start to like form on his brow, and he's just
that's
like,
my guy.
"Oh."
You're doing it, bro. You're doing it. You did it.
He's breathing through it, and he's like, "Oh, whew, that is a mixed bag of memories right there."
Yeah. I know what you mean. Man.
Ah. Gotta shake that off.
Yeah. So what's the haps around town? What's going on? Give me the digs. You got to see it all, right?
Yeah, I mean, look for what it is. It's a quaint little town, and I'll be honest with you, everybody's pretty decent. No one really gives me a hard time, and I try not to make a nuisance of myself, and I try not to stay in front of anyone's shop more than a day or two, because I get it. No one wants old Drek hanging out in front of their place of business, so a day here, a day there. I normally get a little food every day. Mila's pretty good to me. She hooks me up. Thaddeus is all right. He hooks me up once in a while when he's got some scraps. So
Okay.
it's all right. Crude will help me clean up every once in a while too. Crude's decent.
Crude?
Yeah. Pestilent Tent. Have you been over there?
Oh, okay. No, not yet. Not yet.
I mean, I can't really spend a whole lot in there, but every now and again, he gives me something sweet smelling, cleans me right up. I feel like 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh man, that's got to be nice.
But it's starting to get a little colder. Things will probably get a little rougher in the next month or so, but maybe another week or two, I'll get back on the road and find someplace a little bit warmer.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thanks for that. I really appreciate you being so friendly.
Hey, look, I appreciate you.
Yeah. Here. I want to give him two. These are rations. They taste like shit, but like, if you really break them down and eat like 1/4 of one a day is kind of enough. Doesn't fuck up. Mix it with some other stuff. Is what I'm saying. Space it out. They last a lot longer than you expect. But here's like 2 full ration packs, and then I'm gonna give him my blanket.
Oh man, that's you know what? That's really nice,
Dude. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta figure it out. Like whatever it is that you need to do, find it and get to it, man. Get to it.
I'm gonna try to head south to Trostenwald.
Yeah? Oh.
I'm gonna try and see if I can save up enough to hop on a boat, head a little bit further east. Find a little bit of warmth, maybe someplace where I won't, where we won't have to run and hide as often. Maybe I can settle back down and, you know, mix in a little bit better outside of the confines of the Empire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Hey,
I really appreciate this.
Yeah, what do you think? Like, stay away. You're gonna stay away from these mushrooms, right?
Oh God. Oh yeah. No.
What's your story about these mushrooms?
Listen, let me tell you. I was desperate one day. I popped one, like a tiny bit. I was running around this
fair
town.
mistake, really.
I was running around this town like a full-on pig for like 20 minutes.
How was it though?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of fun.
Yeah, it sounds kind of fun.
It was kind of fun. Knocking over stalls, you know, creating a little bit of havoc. I ate pretty good in that 20 minutes, and then when it was all said and done, no one knew it was me. It was kind of perfect.
Well, I got a question for you.
I like
about
him.
that. I got a question for you about
Sure.
that. How much of it was you? How much control did you have when you were a pig?
I mean, other than the fact that I looked like a pig and I now had 4 legs, it was me. It's pretty good.
Well,
It's pretty good.
all right.
But I've seen some other shit, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not willing to take the risk. I think I got lucky with the pig thing.
Yeah. Also, don't be a pig. You know.
Well, I
Don't
mean,
be a
I
pig.
didn't pick to be a pig. I just
No, you didn't pick to be a pig,
Just-
but once you were a pig, you kind of went with it.
come on. Everybody's gotta have a little bit of fun, right? Just a
Yeah, I
little.
mean, a little bit of fun is one thing, but do you think you did a little bit too much?
All right, I probably did a little bit too much to some people who have been pretty decent to me. But hey, look, old Drek's gotta have some fun once in a while. It's not often.
Yeah.
It's not often.
Some fun, but not too much.
Hey, but
you know?
listen. Do
Keep it
yourself
under
a favor.
control.
You stay away from him, man. You stay away from him.
Yeah, you too. You stay away.
I saw one guy. He just licked one. It was a dare. Just licked it, just like that. Stone.
What did he do?
Stone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll
yeah.
happen.
And then his
You
idiot
remember what
friend-
color it was? You remember what color it was?
God. I think it was orange.
Orange.
It was orange.
Good to know.
One of his friends ran over, knocked him over, thought it would be funny.
Broke an arm off. Let me guess.
More than just an arm.
Oh shit.
More than just an arm. God, I gotta tell you.
Man, when he came back, I gotta ask. I wasn't there. I've experienced it, but I wasn't there. When he came back, did it just like spurt blood, or did it not bleed at all?
Listen. There was no coming back. Dermas came by with one of his carts, you know, from over at the stables, just kind of put all the pieces in the cart.
Oh, but wait a minute.
They wheeled
wait,
him
you
away,
can't tell me this.
thinking maybe it would wear off like the rest of us, and maybe when it was done, he would just go back to himself. And
It never turned back from stone.
oh no, it turned back from stone, but it was not reattached. That was the
Like crazy pieces of a lasagna. You're
Just-
telling me.
that was
That's
a-
wild.
that was a bad
That
day for
is-
everyone involved.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you're
So,
blowing my mind.
So well, stay away from him. That's all I'm saying. Do
Yeah,
yourself a favor.
You stay away from.
Stay away from him. All right.
All right. Last thing before I let you go, and
Yep,
then I'm gonna
yep.
head back to my friends. Anything I need to know about town? Come on, man. We're tight now, right?
I mean, I don't know. Guess it depends on what you're here to do.
Say I'm here to do whatever I want to do.
All right. Well, I mean, if you're in for, if you're in for, a little bit of gambling, maybe a little bit of extra coin on the side, maybe a little. Well, you don't strike me as the debaucherous type. So.
Yeah, but where do I find that? What say I am?
We're gonna head over to the Lost Relics.
Lost Relics.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a junk shop up
Mhm.
front, but for a couple silver pieces,
Silver tongue, maybe.
They let you downstairs. Hey, look,
Okay.
you can talk your way in there, but it is a den of iniquity down there.
All right.
You didn't hear from
all
me, though.
right.
You didn't hear from me.
Hey, I didn't hear anything from anybody. Look at me. Who am I going to tell anybody?
Guessing not a lot.
Mhm.
Take that for what it is. But
Good to know, my man.
you know, otherwise, it's a small city. People are mostly nice. You know what I mean? They're humble. They're good people. You know, that's probably the shadiest place around here. Nothing too exciting here before the mushrooms, and now that everybody's kind of used to them, things are settling down a little bit. So it's all right.
Yeah. Are you healthy, my man?
I think as healthy as I can be. I'm probably
mean,
could put
not-
on a couple
I mean,
pounds, but you know.
I mean, like in a very triagic sense. Like, are you hurt anywhere? You got any broken bones?
Nah, I got this one kind of funky rash. He holds out his arm, and you can see like,
Oh,
this
you're
little,
on your own with rashes.
Yeah,
I don't do rashes.
there's one little funky rash that I can't seem to get away. But I mean, other
Yeah,
than
no,
that,
that
I'm all right.
soap and water. That soap and water. You just wash and be clean, and that's gonna go away. That's gonna be fine. But here, come here, if you don't mind.
All right.
And if he'll lean forward, I'll put my hand on his head,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
I'll
he
just be
leans in.
like, "Look, fucking figure it out." And then I'll give him guidance.
Okay. He's like, you know what?
Yeah, your guidance goes away because I.
Oh,
get some-
no!
You've given me some motivation. Maybe another day or two to just get a couple things in order, and maybe I'll head out and try to catch that ship sooner than later.
You do that, my man.
All right. Well, look, if there's anything here that you think you need,
Yeah,
you know.
I'm gonna take it all, man. I'm just gonna take it all if that's all right.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, man. I mean,
No,
you've
what do
given me
you need?
enough,
You take
so-
what you need. If this is all stuff you just want to get rid of, I'll just take it from you.
Yeah, no. I mean, take it. You've given me enough. It's yours, man. It's yours.
Maybe I meet the next person who needs it more than both of them.
Hey, you know what? If it helps somebody else out, more power to you and to them.
Find it out there, man. Whatever it is you're looking for.
Can I keep the blanket here though on the ground? Can I?
Of course.
Oh,
yeah,
all right. Cool.
yeah. No.
And he starts to
Absolutely.
like fold up his blanket, you know, and he folds it up into like a little kind of like almost like a hobo pouch, you know, sans
Yeah.
stick. Puts his little tin cup in the middle and some of the rations that you just gave him. He like bunches it all up and sort of ties it off.
Last thing, I'll be like, hey, man.
Yeah.
I'll trade you cups. And I've got just like a wooden cup that I've been drinking out of.
Stick it. Yeah, man, if you want this whole thing, sure. And he hands it over to you.
It's your story. It's in my hands now. Go make it worth it.
So this is your story. Maybe I'll share it with some people.
Good.
All right. Well, thanks. I'll get you around maybe before I head out of town. And he finishes packing up his stuff and just kind of walks away eventually.
Yeah, I head back to the pub.
Okay. So while all of that is going on, Horkrin, you approach this child at the table. You could see it's you know, the young boy, maybe like 11 or 12 years old. It's got like dusty brown hair. The clothes that he's wearing are not the nicest clothes, but they're clean at least, right? And he's clean. Like he doesn't have any obvious dirt on his face or under his nails. And he's just playing what you kind of pick up as, you know, someone who travels with a deck of cards and is kind of used to it. He's playing a game of solitaire. You see he's got cards laid out in front of him and he's moving pieces around, you know. He's putting the red dwarf on the black elf and he's kind of stacking them and he's got them going down in a row and he looks up at you and he's like, "Hi. Can I help you?"
Yeah, do you want a cupcake? I saw you playing with some cards.
Oh, I mean, if you're offering, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll play cards with you. What do you know how to play?
I mean, honestly, I mostly just play by myself, so I'm not really familiar with anything else, honestly.
We can play Go Fish. You ever played that?
Nope, but yeah, I'm willing to learn.
All right, let's play Go Fish.
All right, sure.
All right, I have cards.
You do have a deck of cards, yeah.
I do have a deck of cards. All right. Do you want to play with your cards or mine?
It's up to you.
My card set is in a beautiful condition. Oh, this is the deck we talked about, isn't it?
I mean, it's your deck of cards.
It's my deck of cards now.
You can
All right, so I pull out.
You can certainly play with his deck if that's what you want to do. It's up to you.
Oh no, I'm gonna pull out. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my deck of cards.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shuffle it up.
Those are beautiful.
Thanks. I stole them off of a warlock.
That's look, I've picked a couple pockets too in my time, so good on
yeah?
you. Yeah,
you any good at it?
I mean, I'm all right at it.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it too.
Yeah.
I learned a while ago.
Where'd you learn?
Oh, I learned from my mom.
Wow. I don't really remember my mom very much, but I've got some people who look after me who have taught me a thing or two, so anyway, Go Fish. Are you going to show me how to play?
Yeah, I can show you how to play. So I shuffle cards. Deal out. What is it? 5 or 7?
I think it's 7. If I
think it's 7.
Correctly.
Yeah, we'll put out 7.
Yeah.
All right. So now you got to get 3 of a kind, and if you got 3 of a kind in your hand already, you can put those down, and that's one set.
He's like, okay, and he puts 3 cards down.
How many is that?
It's 3.
Oh, it's 3.
2.
Okay.
I thought it was 2.
I thought it was 4.
Actually, isn't it any grouping of cards that you can throw down?
You can throw 3 or more. Unless it's like house rules, like when I play with my siblings. We can't do that.
It's your rules. So whatever rules you are going with, he's learning. He doesn't know.
All right, we're going to do just 3. We're just going to do 3. That's the rules I have to play with at my house.
That's fine. Again, it's your rules. He's learning. He doesn't know any better. So he puts down a set of 3. He puts on a set of 3 elves.
All right. Wait. How do I know if I've got 3?
Just
do I have to roll for that?
No, I mean, I will let you. I will say, if you want to roll for it, you can roll for it. You can roll like a d20, 10 or above, you've got a set. 9 or below, you don't.
All right, I'll do that. Oh, I got a 17. Okay, so I have a pair in my hand.
So
or a set in my hand.
Elves, dwarves, humans, and halflings are like the 4 suits. And
okay.
Then it's ace through 10 for everyone else. Okay. I'm gonna put down a set of 3 of elves. Okay. God, did I remember? I don't even. My memory is so shit. Look, we don't have to get into the specifics of the actual game. You're teaching a child how to play Go Fish, so it's totally fine. We don't have to role play the whole game. You can role play the conversation or whatever it is you want to inquire from him. And we'll just assume that you kind of teach him the rules and you guys are going back and forth playing with you explaining the rules. And like every now and again, he makes a mistake and you kind of correct him and
making shit up,
guide him through it. Yeah. Like you could just fuck with him a little bit if you
want
to.
If you stand up and do a twirl, that reverses it.
But if there are things like specifically you want to ask him or talk to him about, That's the stuff we can kind of focus on.
Yes. Okay. All right. So hold my cards. So how'd you end up in here playing cards? Don't you have stuff to do?
Things are kind of quiet today, and Thaddeus lets me hang out, so, you know.
What do you do most of the time?
You know, I pick a couple pockets and, you know, make a couple of coins, you know, enough to get by. Sometimes I'll pick up an errand here or there. I'll do some deliveries around town for people and odds and ends, whatever keeps me fed and gives me a place to sleep.
Do you have any parents or family?
I mean, I guess I kind of have. I guess I kind of have like a dad. He's not really my dad, but he kind of took me in and takes care of me. So
That's okay. The lady I came in here isn't really my mom.
ah,
My mom's a satyr just like me.
that's really cool. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, she's a little weird, but you know, she's not a satyr like me, so that's okay.
So you're not from around here. I mean, obviously. So where are you from?
Well, I spent a lot of my childhood in the Fey realm, but then I came here because humans are fun to play with too.
I've only read about the Fey realm, and I mean honestly, I thought most of it was kind of like, you know, like made up stories. But
Stick out my foot. Do I look made up to you?
no,
Get wrecked.
absolutely not. You absolutely
Exactly.
yeah.
There's plenty of crazy stuff there. It's a little less, you know, orderly there compared to here, but it's because humans are different.
Well, I mean, you're definitely unique, and clearly some of the stuff. Look, I don't know what's real and what's not from those books. It's all. I mean, I don't really care, to be honest with you. It's all kind of just fun, and I mean, you seem really cool and really nice. So, um, well, I mean, thanks for teaching me how to play cards. Now I have another game I could try to teach somebody else.
Yeah. Who are you going to teach it to?
I mean, I'll try to catch up with, you know, some of the people that hang out with my dad, maybe, and show them. And I mean, maybe he'll even play with me. I don't know, but
Maybe.
I probably should head back to him soon. I do have a couple things I have to do for him before I kind of wrap up for lunch. So, well, I mean, thanks for the cupcake.
You're welcome. And if you want to learn how to pick pockets better, I can help you.
So, about that,
Yeah?
Horkrin, this card is yours, and slaps a card on the table that's from your deck that you didn't see him grab, and he runs out of the candle glow.
Little bastard! Stupid little child! Oh my god! Now I have to go count all my cards. Am I missing any other cards?
So, what I will say is you take the time to count all of your cards, and the deck of cards is complete. But you do notice as you're counting them that the one that he handed back to you does have some writing that's kind of written along the back of the card. And it just says, it says on the back, if you find yourself lost, all debts are recalled. Have a good time in Allfield.
You find yourself lost, all debts are recalled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh God, you talked to a cursed child.
God, I hope so.
At least it wasn't the deck of many things.
I will say that
I want that.
Squally, Thradal, like you see all of this take place, by the way. Like you see Horkrin like teaching this young boy how to play games, and the two of them are like having fun. You see this child hand the card back to Horkrin, and the look on Horkrin's face as he realizes he's just been robbed, and then standing there counting the cards, taking the time to stop and read the card. While all of that is going on, right, we're going to kind of take a sidestep for a second. Do you guys do anything? Are you having your own conversation? Are you just watching? Like, what do you guys want to do in the span of that time?
I think I might head outside and busk a bit while that's going
While
on.
that's going on? Okay.
We'll
I would
prep
just
just
be
for
kind
dinner.
of chilling. Like, I don't really want to split away from everybody in this new place. But Iju, the character, is pretty bored. He's like, he just wants to go to the post office. That's like his thing.
Well, like maybe bored.
But
But I was gonna be like, after I finish these cupcakes and drink and stuff, you want to go to the post office? It's literally what I was gonna say to you.
Beautiful.
so then, yes, that would definitely perk my ears up, and I would yes.
Yeah,
That's
I think
like
that's
the only thing I want to do.
I think that's a really good idea. I think we might, before we head out, also try to find out how Hawkrin got hustled by a kid that just ran away. But yeah, I think we should get on that sooner rather than later.
Yeah,
And
before dark.
And I am happy to accompany you there.
Yeah, I wonder what his name is.
I would also be happy.
The postman or the kid?
Well, the postman, but maybe
Yeah.
the kid.
I think you have a really good potential for a new friendship here.
I would also be happy if I would encounter them when they were leaving. I would go with them.
All
to
right.
the
So,
post.
right. So, so you would go with them.
Yeah, like reconvene a little bit and
Okay.
head off to the what's.
So y'all are leaving Horkrin inside by himself.
I would probably wait until Horkrin came back to the table,
Yeah.
assuming that's what they did after the
okay.
child ran away.
Yeah, we can.
I
all
would
go, right?
absolutely do that after cursing this kid out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Thraddle, then, at some point in the middle of this card exchange, right, you get up and you go outside to bust.
Yeah,
Are you
I'm just gonna
are
go
you
sit
just
down.
playing? Are you like trying to engage with people?
I'm just gonna kind of like find a little place to sit on like the side of the building or something facing the street, and like just take up my lyre and just kind of pluck away at it, not trying to get in people's faces, but like just trying to be close enough that maybe people can hear me toss some coins.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, you go outside and you find an easy enough spot for you to kind of perch up and sit down and play. You could see across the way from where you're playing that Syl is having this interaction with, this gentleman sitting on this like rug filled with stuff, and you could see the two of them talking back and forth, and there's like all this kind of like animated hand motions. You could see the point in time where Syl hands him the orc ale and he drinks it back, and like, all of this stuff is you're kind of watching it happen as people are going by. A couple of people are tossing coins your way.
Okay.
I'd say you make roll a d6 for me.
All right. One.
All right. So you bring in about 3 silver pieces.
Yeah.
3 silver total, but it's not 3 actual silver coins. It's a bunch of copper pieces. There's like 1 full silver in there, but in total it ends up being about 3 silver.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be rich in no time.
Eventually, like while that's happening, as Syl is coming back towards you, Syl, you see Thraddle playing.
Yeah, I want to come over. I want to put an apple
in his thing.
Is the apple eaten or uneaten?
No, it's fresh fucking from the tree on our walk to Allfield apple.
I'm happy with that.
So
bam.
As you're doing that, like as you place the apple down next to where he's playing, you just see a child run out of the candle glow, like come booking out, bank a hard right, and just barrel down the street.
I got the silver that I earned from this that says Horkran just got hustled.
Did you make that bet? I missed that opportunity, I guess.
I'm making that now.
That was the kid from inside, right?
Yeah, it looked like it.
You
I think
think
Horkran might have
swindled
just.
Horkran?
I think so. Why else would a kid just like run out of the bar like that?
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks.
I got 3 silver in this cup right here from playing some music. So
Hey,
you want to
shake
take that
that
bet?
A, bud. I got a handful of random stuff.
That's some cool stuff.
No, it's
What is it?
I don't know. Actually, I kind of want to go through it. I think there might be actually some stuff in here.
Let's see. Let's see if there's anything useful in there.
Yeah, and let's go get a drink.
Yeah, why not? You know?
So the two of you head back inside the candle glow. You see Squally and Iju sitting at their table. Horkran is coming back to the table at that point, like cards in hand. And you all sort of reconvene at your one table together now at this point.
So, why the kid run out?
Stupid little bastard who doesn't know what's good for him. He's a total asshole and stole my card.
I'm
So
gonna like
you got-
elbow. I'm
you
gonna
got
like elbow him.
Yeah, you were definitely right.
Hey, Horkran, do me a favor. Make an intelligence check too.
Make an intelligence check.
Yeah.
That would be 17.
So, in case this didn't already occur to you, the player,
Okay.
Horkran, you have this moment of, wait a second, I didn't tell him my name at any point in that interaction. Like it just dawns on you in that moment.
Neither of us told each other
Yep,
our
nope.
names. Okay.
So yeah, you all are back at your table. Your interaction is taking place. You have this light bulb moment where you're like, huh.
I'm going to go talk to that dwarf over at the desk.
Horkran makes her way back towards Thaddeus.
Completely
Good.
ADD.
We
Instead
didn't
of-
really see.
A lot of it in the game.
Focusing
I'm
on
just
this
gonna fill them
problem.
in. So that it looked like she was teaching him how to play a game.
The
And then
role
he
play
ran
is
away.
too real. It's
So-
too real.
So Horkran,
Ins-
oh sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, instead of digging into this thing that I'm like, sort of thinking about, oh, I'll just go do this instead. This is Courtney's life.
So
It is my real life.
Horkran,
But there is a method to this madness.
as you approach Thaddeus,
Is there though?
as you
Yes.
approach
There, though.
Thaddeus, you can see like he's kind of like washing out a couple of the glasses and like stacking them on the bar. He's rearranging some of the bottles. He looks over at you and he's like, oh, you met Malin, huh? He's a pretty good kid.
Malin?
Yeah, Malin. He's a sweet kid though.
Is he?
Yeah, I mean he's pretty harmless. He doesn't bother anybody here, at least.
He swiped something out of my bag while I was playing cards with him, and the only reason I found out is because he gave it back to me.
See? I mean, it sounds like a pretty good kid. Who takes something from you and then gives it back?
Who takes it in the first place?
Hmm.
This is my deck of cards.
Look,
He had his own.
all I'll say is if he wanted to keep it, he would have. So maybe you had a good impression on him.
Is he here a lot?
Yeah, he's here most mornings, waiting for stuff to pop up or for some work to come through.
I don't know if I like this kid. Is he even human? He looked human.
As far as I know, he is.
Okay. That means I can't play great tricks on him. Okay, thanks.
Yep, no problem. He
I'm gonna
goes
go
to
back
kinda
and
just
sit at the
fuss
table.
around. Still, while that's going on, you start going through this patch of stuff or all this random
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. What is all
so,
this random
all
stuff?
right, so there's a fishing rod.
Oh, there is a fishing rod.
Yeah, there's
I
a
got
fishing
two
rod,
now.
and it's a
Why do I
pretty
have two?
it's a pretty,
Hey, anybody want to go fishing?
it's in pretty good shape. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like
I like it.
It's not anything like elaborate, but it is clearly very functional.
I really want it to be like a pocket rod that
yeah.
like extends.
There is there are a couple of small like pendants, like little bits of jewelry that it looks like they've been removed from their chain. One of them is like a bunch of wheat with like a scythe that goes across them, kind of like a harvest symbol. There's another one that is like half sun, half moon, kind of in like this yin yang design.
I mean, are these are religious symbols? Do I know this?
I would say that you probably pick them up as pick up on them as having some sort of religious connotation to them. Like the harvest symbol very well could be like the wild mother symbol, but none of them are traditional.
Huh. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they're like off-brand religious symbols.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
There's one that is just a star, like just a kind of like a 5-pointed star. There's another one that looks like a small bag. It's actually the heaviest of them. It actually looks like a small little pouch. You know, it's not flat like the other ones. It's actually got a little bit of weight to it. It kind of looks like the little money bag piece from Monopoly.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There is that random ball of like rope and twine, and as you kind of like pull it apart, it is like there's like fishing line in there. There's some hempen rope in there.
Hey, all right.
It's just like different lengths of literally just bits of rope. There was a small stack of leather scraps. They look like they're trimmings from, you know, clothing making, arm. Like there are some that are really thick and you can see that they've been polished and cut. Like maybe they were trimmed off a piece of armor or something a bit more substantial. You find another small bag that is filled with ball bearings. There's about 25 ball bearings in there.
I love ball bearings.
And the last bit is like you find a couple of woodworking tools.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Like
cool.
a small chisel, kind of like a little whittling knife that kind of has a longer curved blade to it. But yeah, that's it. It is kind of junky stuff, but
hey, bric-a-brac. I love it. Rag and bone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him where he got all that stuff from.
Oh, I traded for it.
What did you trade?
Some food, kind word.
From your backpack?
Yeah, some. It's all stuff from that book I loaned you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You were out there for a while.
I guess so. Was I?
I mean, long enough for her to get swindled, I guess.
Listen, it doesn't take very long for a fool to lose their money, so.
It's true. Did you find anything out?
Or
are you just helping people?
No, I mean, apparently this town's been dealing with the mushrooms, but kind of learned to avoid them. There's some crazy stuff going on in the basement of a place called the Lost Relics. Sounds like a party I want to check out.
What?
Oh yeah, no, we can talk about this. Apparently, it's the boom boom room of town.
A boom boom room. All right. Maybe my day's not wasted after all.
I mean, I'm curious. It was described to me in such a way that I am definitely curious.
Yeah.
Why do you think they wouldn't have talked to Trostenwald? They didn't. They've been dealing with this for like months here. Nobody ever went to Trostenwald for 3 days to tell them, hey, this weird stuff happened?
I mean, I think they did, but then also there's just this weird sort of like provincial prejudice. They don't really like it.
They don't like Trostenwald here, from what you can
Kinda.
tell.
Yeah, I mean, everybody kind of took the piss.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just seems to me like these kinds of towns would want to look out for one another, but I guess not.
Yeah, small towns full of working people. The world gets really small.
Yeah, we are a little bit off the seaways now too, so.
Yeah.
It all just seems kind of boring to me. But maybe the basement will be cool.
I mean, hey, if I know anything about boring large groups of people, everybody's got to have a place to blow off steam.
Point. I can't wait to take you guys to the carnival one day.
Yeah, what does that mean?
One day, maybe you'll get to go with me back home for a little bit, like a little side quest.
To the Fey realm?
Yeah.
I wonder how my mom and dad are doing.
Wait,
I could go there and see.
but you're an adult.
Yeah.
Are your parent? Oh, well.
My
Okay.
parents aren't dead yet.
Sorry, I gotta think about lifespans and like
I'm
I don't
not
know.
that old.
I don't know. Maybe you just keep getting cursed and like turning
I'm
back
in my
into.
early 30s.
No, that's me.
Yeah, but you're also kind of a problem, so you could have gotten them killed.
Wow.
Didn't become a problem until I was in this realm.
Wow.
There's so many endless possibilities with a satyr that's a man in a child's body from the Fey realm here right now.
Whoa. Okay, we are starting to sling some serious assumption-based.
Slinging.
Hold
Elves
on.
and dwarves living together. Mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria.
If y'all can just calm down for a second. You're friends. Talk to each other like friends.
No, apparently we're
Child.
family.
That's my child.
Yeah, you're gonna meet my bio mom, adopted mom.
That you understand how that makes it worse, right?
I mean,
No.
kind of.
Introduce my mom.
It's-
Letting my kid drink. Sorry.
And she's gonna meet my mom. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool.
you try with some people and they just they do this. I don't know. How do
Why are you talking to the ceiling?
What?
Why are you talking to the ceiling?
I'm not talking. Yeah, okay.
You were talking to the ceiling. You really were.
Also, Iju, love you, man, but your situation is not comparable to this. You are literally an immortal soul resurrected by a patron saint. That's a little different.
I wonder if your soul's all worn out and raggedy
I
at
was
the
not going
edges.
to ask him about his parents, all right? Like, I was
He's
not
got a
gonna
lot
do
of
that.
parents. He's also got a man mother.
Yes.
Coming! I fucking knew it was coming! Oh,
Have to whenever there's an
That will
opportunity.
never not be hilarious.
I know. Iju, do you want to go
Why
to
is it so wrong, man?
Iju, do you want to go to the post office?
Thaddeus, we need more alcohol over here.
I need to go to the post office because we're gonna go make Iju a friend.
You think his mom will let him go?
Oh, I want to go. It's a shop. I want to see what they have. I want to go.
Oh,
with
they have.
you.
Feed
They
and
have
me?
liquor there too.
The feed you need. Yeah, we can go get a drink there. Bar hop. Let's go.
Why not?
Bar hopping, making friends. Gonna go.
Can I get a veg beer? A beer for the way?
I will not hold it against you that you're going over the feed and meat. All right, fine.
No,
no.
we.
I mean, let me buy another one now for the walk.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus, we're coming back. We
No,
got rooms here.
remember we
We're
had to
staying
go.
here tonight. You already
Yeah.
got it.
I'm playing music tonight for you.
I know.
We're just going to get the postman and Iju to be friends.
Listen,
That's what we're doing.
if
You're
you
still
happen
my
to break,
favorite.
if you happen to break one or two of Bartleby's cups, I won't be mad. That's all I'm saying.
What the
That's
fuck
not-
did he do to you?
What's Bartleby?
It's
I mean,
friendly
Yeah.
competition is one thing, but that's really unkind thing to wish on another bar. You know that.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Here, man, dude, here, have an apple.
I thought you gave me the apple.
I gave you an apple too. You also.
Oh,
He's
you
got
have
a lot of
multiple
apples.
apples.
He's got a-
I
He's
picked
got
up
lots
like
of apples.
7 apples.
He's
I
got
got
a
I
two
didn't
plethora
know
of
someone could have
apples.
more than one apple at a time. I'm sorry.
Some people have 2 apples.
Do you want an apple, Horkran? Do you want an apple?
Guys, we are
I'll
now
take an
devolving.
apple.
We are
Here.
devolving into all field lasting
This is
20
my
seconds.
last apple. By the
What?
way,
Why does
my
it take us
last-
so long to get
I get the
anything
last
done?
eating
apple?
it. No,
I
this is
don't
my
know.
last apple.
What
I'm
if I
eating it
want that apple?
myself.
Anyway, so
I
let's learn
already
how to
gave you
play
an
Go
apple.
Fish.
Yeah, but what if I want 2 apples? Now I can't show this guy that people can have 2 apples at a time.
I'm just gonna start crunching on my apple too.
Maybe you can.
I have no more apples.
So you're all crunching on your apples.
We asked him why there's such a problem between them.
Oh, look.
You're not getting out of this
their
that easy.
clients
And then
don't-
we went on a tangent.
Their clients don't like us.
About apples.
Look, they're a little bit snootier. It's a little bit of a nicer place, all right? All right?
Oh,
Oh, so you want to cause trouble
I
at
don't
the
want his
upscale
clients.
place.
I don't want
Well,
his
my man,
clients.
nicer place or not, you got the cuter name.
Well, thank you.
Feed and mead sounds like I'm eating next to a horse.
I mean, you are. The stable server literally right next door.
but like,
Well, then-
is
That's
it just
terrible.
because they're
You smell
nicer?
worse than I do.
Because it being nicer doesn't make sense. Like, there's a bar for everybody. Like, there's a bar over here that has no food and you might get cut, and there's a bar over here where you're drinking out of flutes.
The people who eat and drink at the feed and mead, they normally wouldn't find themselves, caught dead here in this in my candle glow. So
Well, then they're gonna love us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I hope you have some tales to tell when you get back.
Yeah.
Me too.
Anyway, have fun.
Hey, wait, one for the road, bro.
No, oh, sorry. Yeah. And he brings it over to you.
There's
I'll
one
bring
more
the cup
question.
back. Promise.
One more question though.
Sure.
Bartleby.
Yep.
Do you not like him specifically, or do you just not like the people at his joint? Or is he like the people at his joint?
He's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This-
Just remind him where his roots are from. Without any
Oh, so
candle
he
glow, there'd be
started
no
poor.
feed and mead. You remind him
Ah.
where he came from.
Some fucking corporate espionage shit. Struck out and started his own bar.
He used to be poor. Now he's rich and he forgot.
Yeah. Half
Time to
of
God.
sling some mud.
Can't trust him.
Oh.
Did he
Why,
steal
'cause he's rich?
anything from you?
No, he just did it better.
No,
Now
that's
he's
what I was
all
gonna ask.
salty.
But was it your idea and then he ran with it?
This was our idea. This place was our idea.
What was? Feed and meat or candle glow?
Candle glow.
Oh.
The only place in town. It was hopping. People loved it here.
It was hopping, huh? Do you have bunny people here?
Your humor is wearing on me.
Hey, I
Hey, me
can jump
too.
pretty darn high.
Me too.
He turns
All
around
right.
and goes back to the desk.
All right.
How do we get anything done?
We don't.
Session 10,
Have
we
you
finally
been
make it to all
watching?
field.
Ugh.
I mean, today we've been a little bit better about directing
Look,
ourselves.
I got my bag here. Let's go to this other place. Let's hop down to this feed and mead. Let's see
I
what's
want-
on the way.
I want
Catching
some
the
drink,
sights.
too.
It's getting dark.
Yeah. Is it
Is
getting dark?
It's
not getting dark.
I mean, it's past midday at this point. Like it's
The-
and it's the fall, so leading into the winter, like it is starting to get dark. So
We
it's
gotta take
starting
care
to
of that.
set.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Take care of that, and then I got to be back here for dinner, so I could try and get us some
Some money.
some dinner for. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm already hungry.
Because he'll pay for the meals. You're going to get some tips.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta find the pestilent tent.
Wait, who?
Not tonight. I don't think we got time for that tonight.
No.
Maybe.
No,
I
let's
mean,
go
I
there
don't know.
tomorrow.
I don't know how much time we'll spend at the post office. We
Hey,
could buckle
maybe it's
down
on the
and
way.
focus.
Maybe it's on the way.
Yeah.
Hey, if it's on the way, we can go.
We could
Yeah.
possibly buckle down and focus, maybe, for 10
Go.
minutes.
Someday.
Well, let's go.
What? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
We're out here.
I'm
let's
just
go.
leaving.
Yeah.
I'm literally
Just get us-
Very Iju.
Wait,
Walk out.
Guys, where did you go?
The second I notice he's going, I'm going.
I'm also going. I'm like, I said, let's go.
I do want to look for our cart outside though. Just to
I'm like,
make
you
sure
could
the
say a
mushroom
lot.
box is still on it. I don't want to stop. I just want to look and see if I see it.
Oh, wait, should we ask? No, I don't want to ask. Can we say that we asked him for a place to store the cart? Because I don't want another conversation.
Yeah,
Just lock it out. We had to have tied it up.
yeah.
It's tied up outside.
Nobody asked for that, but I assume that Alara knew to tie it up when she got here.
Okay, all
Because
right.
remember, it's her cart now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we don't even have a car.
You don't even have a cart.
We ditched
I
that
just,
shit.
I was not
And
having
gave
another
her our
conversation.
wheels. She better get we got some health potions
Yeah.
coming our way. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she paid for your night she paid for your night stay too.
It's true.
So
it's true.
so you head back outside onto Brewer's Lane. The sun hasn't fully set, but it is starting to get dark. You know, the night sky is creeping in. The streets are starting to thin out a little bit as the temperature starts to slowly kind of dip, but the feed and mead is not very far. Allfield, all in all, is not a very big place. You continue down Brewer's Lane, and as you're walking down Brewer's Lane, off to your right, back behind where the candle glow was, you can see the pestilent tent is set up sort of off the road. You can now see it looks like a very small building, almost the size of like a large shed, with a tent that is set up in the front of it, almost attached to the building itself. Past that, across the way, you see Mila's Bakery, which is now closed for the day. Past that, next to Mila's, you see the Lost Relic is over
Ooh.
there.
Spicy.
On the other side, you see the stables, and directly next to the stables, you see the feed and mead.
What? I had an epiphany.
Oh yeah.
Don't you mean an apostrophe?
No, it's an epiphany. What is this reference?
Okay.
Damn it, guys.
Like, what if we, since the pestilent tent is right there, and they're probably going to close early, but we know that the feed and mead sells drinks and stuff will be open a little bit later.
You want to go now? You want to go to the fucking
I'm just saying,
tent now?
Eju, I'm talking to you.
I'm going to the post office, and I'm not stopping.
I gotta say, last time it was interesting.
I
at the
know where to
post
find you.
office.
I'll just say if I turn around and they're stopped or not going.
All right, let's go. I'm following Eju.
Let's go to the
It
post
was
office.
just an idea. I forgot I have a very single-minded friend here.
The post office is also a bar,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
which is a genius idea.
Two things everybody needs.
We don't know that.
And
The
if you can get
postmaster
them
might be
together,
wrong.
it makes the post office infinitely better.
Yes.
It might be like a separate room. We don't know that.
No, you're right. You're right. It was
Even
just a
if it's
thought.
a separate room, I mean, it's
But
still.
what if they're closed?
Building.
Let's
It's
just
like mixing. It's like mixing a bar with a laundromat. It's just printing money.
I was gonna say we could split up and
Mm,
like people go check out the pestilent tent. I can go with Eju to make friends and influence people. And
I'm fine to see the tent tomorrow.
Okay, because I was just gonna say I feel like going to the post office is gonna be quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like technically
Yeah,
we
but
could.
going to the bar that is the post office might not have to be so quick.
I mean, okay.
I don't know
Cool.
how long it'll take at the tent. I'm really curious.
Shopping
gonna go to the
always
tent.
takes forever.
I'm not going
Yeah.
shopping.
It's what the tent is.
Yeah, but remember how I got that potion from Alara?
Yeah, we just want to find out what it is. That's the big thing.
Are you gonna go shopping at the tent?
You want to do that now? Okay. I'm
really
with that.
curious.
I can get down with that. That
All right,
makes
so
sense.
like we'll split, and you guys go do that real quick. I think it will be done before you all,
Yeah,
but maybe
I'm
not.
not drinking.
Yeah, but we'll look out for you.
I'll lean in to
Or maybe you'll-
Squally, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, over under on either of us groups getting arrested.
I think it's more likely you all if you're taking the little one.
Yeah.
But yeah, for real. I don't
Okay.
know. Iju's very dry, and I'm very cunning. So that's a little
Just,
bowl of goat-heeled chaos.
maybe okay. If just stay north of the law here, right? This
Yeah,
town
yeah,
doesn't-
yeah. Oh
Town
yeah.
doesn't fuck around.
I'm not a thief, and I'm not, you know. Yeah.
Then best of luck.
Yeah, we'll try and make it fast. And we'll meet in the middle, or we can just wait there for you. But I feel like we should come back around where you at.
I mean, yeah, we're not coming to the tent, so come to the pub.
Yeah, we'll probably meet each other. Well, no, we're going to the pub.
We're
Me
going
and
to the
Iju.
post office that's also a bar. No.
Yeah, and
Oh,
then
I'm
Who's-
going to the tent.
I thought
Yeah.
you were going with the little shithead to the tent. Oh no, we can't have this way. I am not being responsible for that.
Why not? It's gonna be quick. Well, quick enough to identify this potion.
Are you sure? Are you serious?
I'm not shopping.
It can't-
Literally,
I will shop if I go there. You
Well,
understand
I'll
this?
hold
It's
your
too
hand,
tempting.
and you can't shop. You can only shop with me holding your hand, and I'm not gonna let you because I'm on a mission.
What if?
We're both on the same mission, just a
We're
different direction.
sitting here trying to be focused.
I don't want to split this party up, and I'm definitely not going to the tent with this one.
All right, all
I'll
right.
take
this
Horkrin
time-
to the tent.
Can we go
I'll
tomorrow?
I'll take Horkrin to the tent.
Yeah.
Okay, big guy, I'll hold your hand so you don't go shopping if you need.
All right,
I-
Sil.
What?
I'm gonna take one for the team. I like going everywhere with Iju. He's my favorite thing.
No, I'm
But-
into it. Let's.
No,
I-
you go
this-
to the post office. Go to the post office, and I'm gonna watch these two miscreants. Sorry, I didn't actually mean that. I just like saying big words.
Miscreant, I'm a satyr.
I said you are a
This is
satyr.
exactly why you have an escort.
You could also
You know
be
what?
a
You got a
miscreant.
deal, and I'm off, and I got to eat you, and I'm like,
I'm just walking off to the tent with Horkrin in my hand.
So
The things I do for my fucking friends. I tell you what.
Corcoran,
I got my arm up above my head because I'm so
Slowly.
short.
I'm like kind of like downwards, like tilted. Like this is bad for my back.
you take a veer off the main road and start making your way towards the pestilent tent.
I should have known
Iju
better than to keep still
and-
from the bar.
And Sil, you are continuing on just a little bit further to get to the feed and meat. I'm actually going to deal with the two of you first because we're going to wrap up very shortly. So you guys get to the feed and mead. And there are people outside kind of meandering about a bit. You could see the glow of candles coming through the windows out front. The smell of food is coming outside of the door. As soon as you get inside,
Wait, I want to stop outside. I want to
Okay.
grab Iju. I'm like, Iju, do the thing. Do the clean me up thing.
Clean me up.
Clean me up thing.
Yeah, you know the the spell. Clean me up. Like,
That might have been me.
Yeah, I don't have that.
wait, what do you mean? You do all
Uh,
the woobly stuff. Like that's I do it too, but like I don't know that one. You know that one, right? Come on.
Not to be clean.
What? Oh,
We
Shit,
were
right.
offered a potion for that the other day, but
Yeah, but you can't do that.
no.
Oh, shit. Oh. Damn it! I would have.
I can make an
Okay.
illusion of a clean you, I suppose.
Does that? I don't know if that works the way that.
Yeah, it's just gonna kind of stand here awkwardly outside the door.
Yeah, no. Fuck. Fuck it. I
Yes.
thought that would. I was really hoping for that. I was really counting on that, actually. Good to know. Good to know. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Let's go.
Don't worry about it though. I got this. I got it under
What?
control.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna walk in.
You get inside.
Taking point. Yeah.
You get inside, and you're immediately greeted with the sound of soft music being played from the back corner of the room. There is a large fireplace that is burning, throwing warmth out into the room. You could see a much larger sort of counter in the back, but it doesn't look like a bar. It looks more like a server's station. There are a bunch of tables and smaller booths on the inside. People are sitting, people are walking back and forth from table to table. And as you start to make your way into the bar proper, the two of you just hear like kind of shouting over the crowd of people. Sil! Iju! Oh, you've made it! It's so good to see you.
Maybe.
And as you look over, Neva is there.
Okay.
Neva, Nevia,
Yeah.
Nibby.
Nebby. Hey, it's you.
I was a little worried you weren't gonna make it. I'm not gonna lie, but there's only two of you.
Wait.
Did
Roll
The
that
others
back.
died.
Did the three of you not make it? Oh, I was so afraid of that.
Oh,
That's
man.
horrible.
Yeah, Iju, why would you say that?
They're
buddy?
just dead.
That's horrible to hear.
I immediately am laughing as Iju
This
now.
is why I follow Iju everywhere.
You had a sense of humor. I thought you were like this. Jesus
When
Christ.
did you get a sense of humor?
I just
And-
Charisma high, intelligence low.
I'm just
And that is dark, bro. Wow.
I'm so
Woof.
confused. Are they alive?
No, they're okay.
No, they're
okay.
definitely alive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh God!
They
Ow.
went to the tent. I have to go to the
Don't-
post office,
don't-
as you may or may not remember.
Don't do that.
I have to go to the post
Okay. All right. You can head back there. I've got a table over here.
What's the postmaster's name?
Wait, where's your table? Show it to me.
He just
Go
points.
ahead, Iju.
It's a little bit over. Bartleby.
Oh,
can help
that's
you.
Bartleby too. Okay, we heard of him.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then
Hey.
I'm gonna go towards.
He looks at you, silly.
Hey,
He's
little
like,
guy. Iju, wait. Do you stop or do you keep going?
Yeah, I'll stop.
Hey, come here. Hey, you got this. I'll tap you on the shoulder, give you guidance.
Okay.
You and guidance.
Guidance.
Guidance
Give
is a
everybody
cantrip.
guidance.
You hand it out.
Neva looks at you, Sil, and he's
Take
like,
it away.
what is wrong with him?
It's a long story. And not my story to tell. So,
Okay. All right. Well, I guess.
but
can,
nothing. There's nothing. How dare you, sir?
I guess
There
you
is
can-
nothing wrong with him. He is the way he is.
I guess you could fill me in. No, there's definitely something wrong with him. And he
Yeah, he's
leads-
undead. I can feel it too. It's a bit awkward, but
so cold.
yeah.
Iju. Iju, you make your way back towards the bar.
Yep.
And you can see this back counter. There is it's a long countertop. You can see one or two people back there kind of like putting trays of food up, cleaning some stuff, moving stuff around. But you see standing behind there, rosy cheeks, big head of curly hair, like a button down vest, short sleeve vest that's a little too tight in the middle. A halfling just kind of standing behind that area.
Hi.
Hello! Welcome to the Feed and Mead.
You don't know me, but I know you. Are you Bartleby?
I am. Should I be worried?
No.
Yeah, am I in danger?
Okay.
I understand you're the postmaster.
I am the postmaster.
Did you get any mail
Are
from
you
me
the
today?
gatekeeper?
Did I get any mail for you today? Hold up. Let me look.
Do we even give him the name?
What am I looking for?
It looks like this, and I'm going to pull out my other letter.
I think that I would remember if I had seen that, but let me check.
It's under E. Eju.
Okay then. And he turns around and you see he grabs like this small little it's kind of like a half milk crate sort of thing, and he pulls it out and he's rummaging through a couple of things. He's looking and looking and looking, and
His
he's
record collection.
nothing no, nothing in here for you. Were you expecting something?
I'm never expecting letters, but I'm always expecting letters.
Is it a book of riddles? I'm really confused right now.
I'm not really sure. I hear voices, and then they tell me to go to the post office to pick up letters like this.
Is this some
High charisma.
Is this some kind of
I
prank? Who put you
clearly
up to
picked the
this?
wrong place to go.
Who put you up to
Same.
this?
I knew where to go, but I was trying to save us some time. God damn it.
Syl has sat at
Yeah.
Neva's table, and I'm just watching, and I'm just like in shock. I'm just like, what?
This is how he made friends with the
how
last
does-
postmaster.
How
a
does this
joke?
ever work?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little off put. But I will keep an eye out for a letter that looks like that for you. Are you staying in town?
Yeah, we're down the street.
Where?
Down the street. We are at Candle Glow.
Okay. I'll if I see something, I'll send somebody there to let you know.
See, I should have been there for this.
I'll just come back. What time do you open tomorrow?
I mean, we never really close, to be quite honest with you. There's normally somebody up here all hours of the day.
Oh. What time does mail come in?
Normally around lunchtime. It depends, though.
Okay. It sounds weird, I know, but there'll be a letter here one day, I hope.
There is nothing at all that makes sense about any of this. But I will look for your letter.
Do you see me? Does nothing make sense about me?
I'm trying not to stare. Would you like some food?
No, thank you. I don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay.
This is like a pussy.
Okay, I just okay. If
What
I
do you
see
know about the mushrooms?
I mean, other than you should stay away from them, that's all I need to know.
Yeah. Do you know Neva? He's our friend.
Oh, you're with him.
Kind of. He left early. We were at Trostenwald with him.
Ugh. He's all right, though. Neva's all right. If you're with him, that gives me a little bit more comfort.
How come you guys
when he
didn't
looks
spell
when he,
Trostenwald? Sorry.
when he looks towards the table,
Yeah.
like when he points out, he's like, "Oh, that," and I'm sitting over there. I'll be like,
to me or to?
I think your friends.
just in general. I'm just
Okay.
doing it.
I think
I don't
your
know if
friends
it's gonna
want some
work or
drinks.
not.
Like,
But
hey, you guys, what's up?
I think your friends are looking for some drinks. Perhaps we can make that happen for them. Look, I mean, you said you spent some time and trust involved. They're not exactly the friendliest of people. Do you know how many times I have tried to order wine from those people to get them here? They won't deliver here.
Did you know
Oh,
they
we're
had
so
plays
much
there?
better than Allfield. Ugh.
I can feel that. I'm just passing by. That's where I got this letter from.
That asshole Demodin. If you ever find your way back there, just spit in his shoes and rip down some of his vines.
Damn, everybody's about direct, like, fucking destruction of
They chose
property.
violence. And it's funny because normally the party is the murder hobos.
I know,
There is
right?
there
This
is some
town needs it.
Hatfields and McCoys thing going on between these two towns.
Yeah.
I want
Do you
you.
have anybody that plays music for you at night?
Yeah, actually,
Oh no.
Double booking shit.
If you look right over there, she's over there right now.
Oh, is she good?
Who, Kate? Oh, she's wonderful.
Oh, one of my friends is pretty good too, but he's not here.
Maybe he'll
She's gonna
show
be
up in the
playing-
mail with your letter. I think your friends wanted a drink.
I don't have anything to bring them though. Did he actually put anything on the table in front of me?
No.
Yeah.
Why don't you go find out what they want? Maybe send one of them up here.
Just give them anything. He will literally drink anything. The last guy made him some dark thing with some other little shot in it.
Put some coin on the counter and I'll put a drink on the counter. That's how this works.
Oh.
Okay, I'll rifle through my pouch and I'll come out with like 5 copper and put 5 copper on the table.
He pulls out like this small wooden shot glass, and literally he grabs something from behind the counter and he's just like, and he pushes it back. It's like a teaspoon.
It's a double pour though.
It
Right.
was a double
That's
pour.
true.
It's like a teaspoon of alcohol, or it's a tablespoon of alcohol.
I fucking hate him.
Is that all?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I have some other business to attend to, but I'll keep an eye out for your letter.
I'll be back. Will you give me a real drink when it shows up? I promise my letter is coming.
If you put some real coin on my counter, I'll give you a real drink.
Oh my god, I should have been here for this. I swear to fucking God.
From where I'm
You-
sitting, what is the vibe in this place? Is it legitimately a fancy place, or is it someone
It's
asked?
the vibe in this place is it does have an air of like the sense that you get, Sil. Actually, you know what? Make a perception check for me,
Absolutely.
and we're gonna wrap it up in just a moment.
Oh, that was real bad. That's a 4.
Okay. So the best you can tell is that everybody that's in here at least feels like they're important.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
So, like, how do they feel about me? Like, I've just sort of walked in, sat down at Neva's table. Are they freaking the fuck out about me as well as Iju?
No, I mean, because you walked in and sat down with someone who already had a table, there's
Okay.
there's an assumption that you probably are going to get something at some point, as opposed to the guy that just creepy little guy that walked up to the bar and started asking about mail.
Yeah,
got
it. Also, like the servers that you've seen, and there's like 3 or 4 of them, they all seem fairly pleasant. So, like, they're not really giving you a hard time. They're not really giving anybody a hard time. It's just
Okay.
a weird vibe in here, though.
Okay.
Iju, I assume you take.
Yeah, I'm going to take the
Temple of-
shot,
yeah.
and then as kind of one last little thing, I'm going to say, if you want to see a real musician play, you should come to Candle Glow tonight. And then turn around with a shot glass, and then walk over to the table. When I get to the table, I'm going to put the little wooden thing down, and I'm going to say, this is for you. I took out 5 of these brown coins that you always give out, and that's all he gave me.
Still, he hands you this thimble of.
Yeah, just basically thimble.
He actually took your money and gave you this, and
Yeah. And I'll do the same thing. I'll rifle through my pouch and I'll say, I gave him 5 of these.
wow, what a dick move! Like,
Yeah.
just say no. Then, like, this is an insult. You understand? He's insulting you by doing this.
Yeah. He also didn't have my mail.
Fuck that guy.
Let's get out
Is
of
that
here.
even
Oh.
beer? I don't even know.
No, I don't even know.
It might have been like sweat water or something.
I think it's probably what they use to clean the bar with.
Yeah.
It'll still fuck you up.
Neva.
You can leave
so
if
I
you
mean,
want.
I mean, I
Well,
did
sure.
drink it,
it
so
tastes
Yeah.
it tastes a little like it tastes kind of like a creme de menthe.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, it's not
And now I
bad.
get
Why
this like
would you
fucking
do that?
butterscotch
It's not bad.
flavor in my
Yeah.
mouth all day. Oh,
Yeah.
come on! If I
Yeah.
wanted to do that, I'd fucking suck a Werther's original. Why would you?
So Iju is just like sad now because he doesn't have his letter. So he's just like we can go if you want. We'll go to the tent. Unless you want to stay. I'm okay with staying
Neva's
with
like,
Neva
wait,
too.
where are you going?
We gotta go to the tent. That's where our friends went. You know the tent across the way?
I mean, yeah, I've shopped there a few times before. Sure.
We're staying at Candle Grove.
Oh. I'll be staying here tonight. But
Why did she saying it like that?
we'll catch up. We'll catch up tomorrow.
But that's where Alora is.
Okay.
I'm kind of seeing if he knows Alora.
He
reacts
looks
to
at
that,
you and he's like, okay. He looks at you, Sil. Neva looks at you and he's like, did one of you change your name while we were away?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question.
Who is Alara? Who's Alara?
Oh, yeah, you didn't meet Alora. Alora is this wonderful older woman that we met who was having a bit of a difficulty. Stuck in a bit of a amnesia loop, if you will.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, oh, it had been, it seems like it's been like almost 6 weeks that they've been stuck.
Oh.
Crazy amount of time.
I'll,
almost paradoxical to think about because like still managed to eat and care for themselves and such, but was really stuck in a loop for quite a long time.
maybe you can bring her around tomorrow, and I think I'd like to have a conversation with her.
Yeah, probably easily can do so. Probably not going to be very helpful though. She doesn't really remember any. It's
Okay.
possible. It's possible that she just somehow repeatedly interacted with the same mushroom, like
Oh.
in this loop each day. Maybe something like this.
Oh,
there were
interesting.
fish with feet near her.
That part.
I saw some of those.
Yeah, it might have been like passively infecting the water, perhaps. And then she was getting little bits of it each day.
The more I learned.
Wild, all right?
Well,
But
okay.
that's just a guess, too. I don't know shit. So.
Well, I guess it was nice seeing you for a spell, and we'll catch up tomorrow then.
Or come on down. We're at the Glow. So.
Yeah, big guy's playing tonight. You should come
Yeah.
and support him.
I'm not.
We got dinner. Alora will be there.
I'm not welcome at.
Oh, that's right. We
not
heard that.
welcome at the Glow.
That's
They have a
right.
side entrance. You can come in one of our rooms.
I don't really want to sneak in and be caught. If I'm being honest.
You know what? We'll see you tomorrow. That's it.
That sounds like a plan. I'm gonna finish eating and a little bit more writing to do.
You enjoy that. What is that anyway? Is that piece of fish you got there?
Would
What
you
is that?
would you like some?
I mean, are you offering me a taste? I wouldn't say no.
You know what? I think I've lost my appetite. You can finish the rest.
I'll grab the plate and I'm like, oh, it's good. Lots of butter.
Yeah, food here is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like lots of butter.
You know, you can mask a lot with butter.
And yet you said the food was good.
Tastes good. We'll leave it at that.
Well, yeah, butter does taste good. I'll eat his plate and then put it back.
So you finish up his plate, and the two of you get up and start to make your way towards the door. Bartleby shouts at you, as you're walking out the door. He's like, if I see your letter, I'll send somebody to find you.
Don't worry, I'm coming back tomorrow.
Please don't. And he kind of just goes back to what he's doing.
That guy's very mean. He's rude.
That was very rude, but comedically timed funnily. Funny. It was funny. Sorry, it was funny.
As you guys are having your conversation, walk outside, start making your way back towards the pestilent tent. That is actually where we're going to wrap it up for tonight before we get into a whole bit to do over there. So yeah, we will pick up next week as you guys make your way back towards the pestilent tent. The rest of you having your conversation with Kroot, maybe identifying your potion, and we'll see what other chaos is introduced at that point in time. So for those of you who are watching along, thank you so much for joining us tonight. For those of you
What
checking
tangent
out
we're on.
VOD and on
Hey.
YouTube, thank you so much for that. The YouTube channel is just Roll For It, same as the name of the stream. So please be sure to check that out. Remember, try not to be an asshole. Know that we love you. Call your mother. And we'll see you again soon. Peace out.
Bye.